Hey folks, real quick, you're going to see one of the biggest tests of contract law in this battle with Tucker Carlson against Fox News. Obviously, Fox News is trying to keep Tucker in media prison through their non-compete, saying they own the likeness of him and they basically own him until after the election 2024. Well, of course we know that's on purpose. We all know the reason why. But contract law in itself is going to be tested big time. Because can you stop somebody from using their First Amendment right? And when you specifically know, in this case, they're using the law in a sense with prejudice. They're purposely restricting him to injure him and to injure his message of his First Amendment rights. If he's not being paid and he's not under contract with anybody else, now I do know that he's obviously on Twitter. He has Elon Musk in his corner, the richest person on earth. And so Fox News in itself is up against a huge precipice in that regard. They do not have the money to battle Elon Musk. So they're going to have to go to the court system and try to hope that the weight of the court system will out Trump, if you will, Tucker Carlson. But contract law, look, there's a lot of countries in this world that look at non-competes as not a good thing. They restrict them tremendously. And there's even legislation in the United States, if you kind of poke around the different states, that are trying to limit, if not make illegal. I think the state of California, I don't love the state of California for a lot of things that it does, but it does have a strict process concerning non-competes. They basically don't even like them at all. Very restrictive. So that's going to be an interesting thing right now, because this could set a precedent for all companies out there. And I understand why non-competes are there. If you have top secret stuff going on and you're in the aerospace industry, or you're in the, whatever business that you're in, you could make automobiles, you could make whatever widget, and there's proprietary stuff. I get that. That's not what we're talking about here, though. We're talking about a human being being able to speak their mind to the people. And they want to restrict them through compensation. That's one of the rules that's set, that they have to be, if you're in a non-compete, they have to give you pay and respectful pay. That's basically give you the amount of money you'd make as if you were working there, even though you're not working there anymore, or they're quashing you from getting your message out, like what's going on with Tucker Carlson. So it'll be interesting to see how the constitutional right of a citizen to speak is going to bump up against a contract that says you can't speak till this contract is up. We own you. This is an unprecedented argument at this level. It's not that it hasn't been tested in the court before, it has, but at this level, the magnitude of what is at stake, it is obvious that Fox News and the deep state that they're connected to, and that's unfortunate, by the way. I watched Fox News for years, and then you can see now that they are connected directly with the deep state, directly with nefarious means, and of course, I'm sure we're going to connect ESG and BlackRock and others right to it. It's a never-ending same story. We're just it's like Groundhog Day with this conversation about how these big organizations outside the United States and inside the United States have just taken over and have a position of power that is just unbelievable. So, going to be interesting, folks. Pay attention. I think it's very important. Reach out to your local politicians, your state legislators, because in your state, you really want to look at your non-compete laws. A lot of them are unfair. A lot of them are way heavily on the employer, and the employee is the weak one in that relationship. You really want to take a look at that. You would think, big deal, who cares? Well, now you know why it's a big deal, because you never know when it's going to affect you personally. And with the world at how it is today, These people are weaponizing these laws against liberty-minded people. That's just a fact. There's no doubt about it. So get engaged. You've got to get engaged in your local politics, let alone the big federal stuff, because as they keep making you look at the big shiny object in the corner of the room, which is the Fed and all the wacko stuff going on right now at the Department of Justice and Trump and all that, your local politics are gigantic. They're gigantic. You have got to get engaged. Most of us are not engaged at all. And that's got to stop. They rely on that. All right. So keep an eye out. This is interesting. Big court case coming up here. Let's see if it happens. Let's see if it just doesn't get settled out of court. You know, because Elon Musk could spend Fox, who's just spent about $1 billion, you know, in the last case that they lost, that they settled. I wouldn't be surprised if it gets settled, because you can see Tucker's still out there and he's getting 50, 60, 70, 80 million views. I mean, come on. That is amazing. So there we have it. God bless, folks. Stay tuned. Go to CraigBouchonShow.com. Go to AmericaICan.com. That's the movement, folks. That's the movement. AmericaICan.com. American. And you can read about it there. Sign the oath and tune into the show. God bless.